This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org.
The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. A trivial comedy for serious people. The persons in the play.
John Worthing, J.P. Read by Hans-Stefan Ducharme.
Algernon Moncrieff. Read by Simon Ferland.
Reverend Canon Chasuble, D.D. Read by Toby Paradis. Merriman, Butler. Read by Toby Paradis. Lane Manservant. Read by Toby Paradis.
Lady Bracknell. Read by Farnham. Honourable Gwendolen Fairfax. Read by Nyssa Gatcombe. Cecily Cardew. Read by Rebecca Bailey.
Miss Prism Governess. Read by Eileen Nadeau.
The scenes of the play. Act 1. Algernon Moncrieff's flat in Half Street W. Act 2. The garden at the Manor House, Woolton. Act 3. Drawing room at the Manor House, Woolton. Time, the present.
First act. Scene. Morning room in Algernon's flat in Half Moon Street. The room is luxuriously and artistically furnished. The sound of a piano is heard in the adjoining room.
Lane is arranging afternoon tea on the table, and after the music has ceased,
Algernon enters. Did you hear what I was playing, Lane?
I didn't think it polite to listen, sir.
I'm sorry for that. For your sake. I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately. But I play with wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte. I keep science for life.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of the science of life, have you got the cucumber sandwiches cut for Lady Bracknell?
Yes, sir. Hands them on a salver.
Inspects them, takes two, and sits down on the sofa. Oh, by the way, Lane, I see from your book that on Thursday night, when Lord Shorman and Worthing were dining with me, 8 bottles of champagne having been consumed.
Yes, sir. 8 bottles and a pint.
Why is it that a bachelor's establishment, servants invariably drink the champagne? I ask merely for information.
I attribute it to superior quality of the wine, sir. I have often observed in married households the champagne is rarely of a first-rate brand.
Good heavens! His marriage so demoralizing as that.
I believe it is a very pleasant state, sir. I have had very little experience myself up to the present. I have only been married once. That was in consequence of a misunderstanding between myself and a young person.
I don't know that I am much interested in your family life, Lane.
No, sir. It is not a very interesting subject. I never think of it myself.
Very natural, I'm sure. That will do, Lane. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Lane goes out.
Lane's views on marriage somewhat lax. Really, if the lower orders don't set a good example, what on earth is the use of them? They seem as a class to have absolutely no sense of moral responsibility.
Enter Lane. Mr. Ernest Worthing.
Enter Jack.
Lane goes out.
How are you, my dear Ernest? What brings you up to town?
Oh, pleasure. What else should bring one anywhere? Eating as usual, Algie.
I believe it is customary in society to take some slight refreshment at 5 o'clock. Where have you been since last Thursday?
Sitting down on the sofa. In the country.
What on earth do you do there?
Pulling off his gloves. When one is in town, one amuses oneself. When one is in the country, one amuses other people. It is excessively boring.
And who are the people you amuse?
Oh, neighbours.
Not nice neighbours in your part of Shropshire?
Perfectly horrid. Never speak to one of them.
How immensely you must amuse them. Goes over and takes a sandwich. By the way, Shropshire is your county, is it not?
Shropshire? Yes, of course. Hello. Why all these cups? Why cucumber sandwiches? Reckless extravagance, one so young. Who is coming to tea?
Oh, merely on to understand Gwendolen.
Oh, how perfectly delightful.
Yes, that is all very well, but I am afraid Augusta won't approve of your being here.
May I ask why?
My dear fellow, the way you flirt with Gwendolen is perfectly disgraceful. It is almost as bad as the way Gwendolen flirts with you.
I am in love with Gwendolen. I have come up to the town expressly to propose to her.
I thought you would come up for pleasure. pleasure. I call that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
I really don't see anything romantic proposing. It is very romantic to be in love, but there's nothing romantic about a definite proposal. Why, one may be accepted. One usually is, I believe. Then the excitement is all over. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. If I ever get married, I'll certainly try to forget the fact.
I have no doubt about that, dear Algy. The divorce court was specially invented for people whose memories are so curiously constituted.
There was no use speculating on that subject. Divorces are made in heaven.
Jack put out his hands to take a sandwich.
Algernon at once interferes. Please don't touch the sandwiches. They are ordered specially for Augusta. Takes one and eats.
Well, you have been eating them all the time.
That is quite a different matter. She is my aunt. Takes from below. Have some bread and butter. Bread and butter is for Gwendolen. Gwendolen is devoted to bread and butter.
Advancing the table and helping himself. And very good bread and butter it is too.
Well, my dear fellow, you need not eat it as if you were going to eat it all. You behave as if you were married to her already. You are not married to her already, and I don't think you ever will be.
Why on earth do you say that?
Well, in the first place, girls never marry the men they flirt with. Girls don't think it's right.
That is nonsense.
It isn't. It is a great truth. It accounts for the extraordinary number of bachelors that one sees all over the place. In the second place, I don't give my consent.
Your consent?
My dear fellow, Gwendolen is my first cousin, and before I allow you to marry her, you would have to clear up the question of Cecily. Rings bells.
Cecily? What on earth do you mean, Algy, by Cecily? I don't know anyone of the name of Cecily.
Enter Lane.
Bring me that cigarette case, Mr. Worthing left smoker room the last time he dined here.
Yes, sir. Lane goes out.
Do you mean to say you have had my cigarette case all this time? I wish to goodness you'd let me know. I've been writing frantic Scotland Yard about it. I was very nearly offering a large reward.
Well, I wish you would offer one. I happen to be more than usually hard.
There's no good offering a large reward now that the thing is found.
Enter Lane, cigarette case on the salver.
Algernon takes it at once.
Lane goes out.
I think that is rather mean of you, Ernest, I must say. Opens case and examines it. However, it makes no matter, for now that I look at the inscription inside, I find that the thing isn't yours at all.
Of course it's mine. Moving to him. You have seen me with it 100 times, and you have no right whatsoever to read what is written inside. It is a very ungentlemanly thing to read a private cigarette case.
It is absurd to have a hard and fast rule about what one should read and what one shouldn't. More than half of culture depends on what one shouldn't.
I'm quite aware of the fact I don't propose to discuss modern culture. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk in private. I simply want my cigarette case back.
Yes, but this isn't your cigarette case. This cigarette case is a present from someone of the name of Cecily. And you said you didn't know anyone by that name.
Well, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my aunt.
Your aunt?
Yes. Charming old lady she lives at Tunbridge Wells. Give it back to me, Algy.
Retreating back to the sofa. But why does she call herself Little Cecily if she is your aunt and lives at Tunbridge Wells? Reading. From little Cecily, her fondest love.
Moving to sofa, kneeling upon it. My dear fellow, what on earth is there in that? Some aunts are tall, some aunts are not tall. That is a matter that surely it may be allowed to decide for herself. You seem to think that every aunt is exactly like your aunt. That's absurd. For heaven's sake, give me back my cigarette case. Fallers around the room.
Yes, but why does your aunt call you uncle? From little Cecily with fondest love to her dear Uncle Jack. There is no objection, I admit, to an aunt being a small aunt. But why an aunt, no matter what her size may be, should call her own nephew her uncle? I can't quite make out. Besides, your name isn't Jack at all.
It isn't Ernest. It's Jack.
You have always told me it was Ernest. I've introduced you to everyone as Ernest. You answer the name of Ernest. You look as if your name was Ernest. You are the most earnest person I ever saw in my life. It is perfectly absurd you're saying that your name isn't Ernest. It's on your cards. Here's one of them. Taking it from the case. Mr. Ernest Worthing, B4 the Albany. I'll keep this as that your name is Ernest if you ever attempted to deny it to me or to Gwendolen or to anyone else. Puts the card in his pocket.
Well, my name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country. And that cigarette case was given in the country.
Yes, but that does not account for the fact that your small aunt Cecily who lives at Tunbridge Wells calls you her dear uncle. Come, boy, you had better have the thing out at once.
Dear Algy, you talk exactly as if you were a dentist. Very vulgar to talk like a dentist in one dentist. It produces a false impression.
Well, that is exactly what dentists always do. Now go on. Tell me the whole thing. I may mention that I have always suspected you being a confirmed and secret Bunburyist, and I am quite sure of it now.
Bunburyist? What on earth do you mean by a Bunburyist?
I'll reveal to you the meaning of that incomparable expression as soon as you're kind enough to inform me why you are Ernest in town and Jack in the country.
Well, produce my cigarette case first.
Here it is. Hans' cigarette case. Now produce your explanation, and pray make it improbable. Sits on sofa.
My dear fellow, there's nothing improbable about my explanation at all. In fact, it's perfectly ordinary. Old Mr. Thomas Cord adopted me when I was a little boy, made me his guardian, granddaughter, Miss Cecily Card. Cecily, who addresses me as her uncle, from motives of respect that you could not possibly appreciate, lives at my place in the country in charge of her admirable governess, Miss Prism.
Where is that place in the country, by the way?
That is nothing to you, dear boy. You are not going to be invited. I may tell you candidly that the place is not in Shropshire.
I suspected that, my dear fellow. I have Bunburyed all over Shropshire on two separate occasions. Now, go on. Why Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
My dear Algy, I don't know whether you will be able to understand my real motives. You are hardly serious enough. When one is placed in the position of guardian, one has to adopt a very high moral tone on all subjects. It's one's duty to do so. And as a high moral tone hardly be said to conduce very much to one's either one's health or one's happiness. In order to get up to town, I have always pretended to have a younger brother of the name of Ernest, who lives in Albany, and gets some dreadful scripts. That, dear Algy, is the whole truth, pure and simple.
The truth is rarely pure and never simple. Modern life would be very tedious if it would either, and modern literature complete impossibility.
That would be a bad thing.
Literary criticism is not your forte, my dear fellow. Don't try it. You should leave that to people who haven't been at a university. They do it so well in the daily papers. What you really are is a Bunburyist. I was quite right in saying you were a Bunburyist. You are one of the most advanced Bunburyists I know.
What on earth do you mean?
You have invented a very useful younger brother called Ernest, in order that you may be able to come up to town as often as you like. I have invented an invaluable permanent invalid called Bunbury, in order that I may be able to go down into the country whenever I choose. Bunbury is perfectly invaluable. If it wasn't for Bunbury's extraordinary bad health, for instance, I wouldn't be able to dine with you Willis's tonight. For I have been really engaged to Augusta for more than a week.
I haven't asked you to dine with me anywhere tonight.
I know. You are certainly careless about invitations. It is very foolish of you. Nothing annoys so much as not receiving invitations.
You had much better dine with your Augusta.
I haven't the smallest intention of doing anything of the kind. To begin with, I dine there on Monday, and once a week is quite enough to dine with one's own relations. In the second place, whenever I do dine there, I am always treated as a member of the family, and sent down with either no women at all, or two. In the third place, I know perfectly well whom she will place me next to tonight. She will place me next to Mary Farquhar, who always flirts with her own husband across the dinner table. That is not very pleasant. Indeed, it is not even decent. And that sort of thing is enormously on the increase. The amount of women in London flirt with their own husbands is perfectly scandalous. It looks so bad. It is simply washing one's linen in public. Besides, now that I know you are a confirmed Bunburyist, I naturally want to talk to you about Bunburying. I want to tell you the rule.
I'm not a Bunburyist at all. If Gwendolen accepts me, I'm going to kill my brother. Indeed, I think I'll kill him in any case. Cecily is a little too much interested in him. It is rather a bore, so I am going to get rid of Ernest. And I strongly advise you to do the same with your invalid friend who has the absurd name.
Nothing will induce me to part with Bunbury, and if you ever get married, which seems to me extremely problematic, you'll be very glad to know Bunbury. A man who marries without knowing Bunbury has a very tedious time of it.
That is nonsense. If I marry a girl like Gwendolen, and she is the only girl I ever saw in my life that I would marry, I certainly want to know Bunbury.
Then your wife will. You don't realize that married life is company and two is none.
That dear young friend theory, that corrupt French drama has pounding for the last 50 years.
Yes, and that the happy English home has proved at the time.
For heaven's sake, don't try to be cynical. It is perfectly easy to be cynical.
My dear fellow, it is easy to be anything nowadays. There's such a lot of beastly competition about.
The sound of an electric bell is heard.
That must be Augusta. Only relatives or predators ever ring in that Marian manner. Now, if I get her out of the way for 10 minutes so that you have the opportunity for posing to Gwendolen, may I dine with you tonight at Willis's?
I suppose so, if you want to.
Yes, but you must be serious about it. I hate people who are not serious about meals. It's so shallow of them.
Enter Lane. Lady Bracknell and Miss Fairfax.
Algernon goes forward to meet them.
Enter Lady Bracknell and Gwendolen. Good afternoon, dear Algernon. I hope you are behaving very well.
I'm feeling very well, Augusta.
That's not quite the same thing. In fact, two things rarely go together. Sees Jack and bows to him with icy coldness.
To Gwendolen. Dear me, you are smart.
I'm always smart. Am I not, Mr. Worthing?
You're quite perfect, Miss Fairfax.
Oh, I hope I am not that. It would leave no room for development, and I intend to develop in many directions. Gwendolen
and Jack
sit
down
in
in
the corner. I'm sorry if we are a little late, Algernon, but I was obliged to call on dear Lady Harbury. I hadn't been there since her poor husband's death. I never saw a woman so altered. She looks quite 20 years younger. And now I'll have a cup of tea and one of those nice cucumber sandwiches you promised me.
Certainly, Augusta goes over to tea table.
Won't you come and sit here, Gwendolen? Thanks, Mama. I'm quite comfortable where I am.
Picking up plate and horror. Good heavens! Lane! Why are there no cucumber sandwiches? I ordered them specially.
There were no cucumbers in the market this morning, sir. I went down twice.
No cucumbers.
No, sir. Not even for ready money.
That will do, Lane. Thank you,
sir. Goes out.
I am greatly distressed, Augusta, about there being no cucumbers, not even ready money.
It really makes no matter, Algernon. I had some crumpets with Lady Harbury, who seems to me to be living entirely for pleasure now.
I hear her hair has turned gold from grief.
It certainly has changed its colour. From what cause I, of course, cannot say.
Algernon crosses and hands tea.
Thank you. I've quite a treat for you tonight, Algernon. I am going to send you down Farquhar. She is such a nice woman, and so attentive to her husband. It's delightful to watch them.
I am afraid, Augusta, I shall have to give up the pleasure of dining tonight after all.
I hope not, Algernon. It would put my table completely out. Your uncle would have to dine upstairs. Fortunately, he is accustomed to that.
It is a great bore, and I need to say a terrible disappointment to me. But the fact is, I have just had a telegram to say that my poor friend Bunbury is very ill again. Exchanges glance, Jack. They seem to think I should be with him.
It is very strange. This Mr. Bunbury seems to suffer curiously bad health.
Yes, poor Bunbury is a dreadful invalid.
Well, I must say, Algernon, that I think it is high time that Mr. Bunbury made up his mind whether he was going to live or to die. This shilly-shallying question is absurd. Nor do I in any way approve of the modern sympathy invalids. I consider it morbid. Illness of any kind is hardly a thing to be encouraged in others. Health is the primary duty of life. I am always telling that to your poor uncle, but he never takes much notice. As far as any improvement in ailment goes, I should be much obliged if you would ask Mr. Bunbury from me to be kind enough not to have a relapse on Saturday, for I rely on you to arrange music for me. It is my last reception, and one wants something that will encourage conversation, particularly at the end of the season, when everyone has practically said whatever they have to say, which in most cases probably not much.
I'll speak to Bunbury, Augusta, if he is still conscious, and I think I can promise you he'll be all right by Saturday. Of course, the music is a great difficulty. You see, if one plays good music, people don't listen, and if one plays bad music, people don't talk. But I'll run over the program drawn out, if you would kindly come into the next room for a moment.
Thank you, Algernon. It is very thoughtful of you. Rising and following Algernon. I'm sure the program will be delightful after a few expurgations. French songs I cannot possibly allow. People always seem to think that they are improper, and either look shocked, which is vulgar, or laugh, which is worse. But German songs are thoroughly respectable language, and indeed I believe is so. Gwendolen, you will accompany me.
Certainly, Mama.
Lady Bracknell,
and Algernon.
Go into the music room.
Gwendolen remains behind.
Charming day to spend, Miss Fairfax.
Pray, don't talk to me about the weather, Mr. Worthing. Whenever people talk to me about the weather, I always feel certain that they mean something else, and that makes me so nervous.
I do mean something else.
I thought so. In fact, I am never wrong.
And I would like to be allowed to take advantage of Bracknell's temporary absence.
I will certainly advise you to do so. Mama has a way of coming back suddenly into a room that I've often had to speak to her about.
Miss Fairfax, ever since I met you, I have admired more than any girl I have ever met since I met you.
Yes, I'm quite well aware of the fact, and I often wish that in public, at any rate, you had been more demonstrative. For me, you have always had an irresistible fascination. Even before I met you, I was far from indifferent to you.
Jack looks at her in amazement.
We live, as I hope you know, Mr. Worthing, in an age of ideals. The fact is constantly mentioned in the more expensive monthly magazines has reached provincial pulpits, I'm told. And my idea has always been to love someone in the name of Ernest. There's something in that name that inspires absolute confidence. The moment Algernon mentioned to me that he had a friend called Ernest, I knew I was destined to love you.
You really love me, Gwendolen.
Passionately.
Darling, you don't know how happy you've made me.
My own Ernest.
But you don't really mean to say that you couldn't love me if my name wasn't Ernest.
But your name is Ernest.
Yes, I know it. But suppose it was something else. Do you mean to say you couldn't love me then?
That is clearly a metaphysical speculation. And like most medical speculations, it has very little reference at all to actual facts of real life, as we know them.
Personally, darling, to speak quite candidly, I don't much care about the name of Ernest. I don't think the name suits me at all.
It suits you perfectly. It is a divine name. It has a music of its own. It produces vibration.
Well, really, Gwendolen, I must say that I think there are lots of other names. Well, really, Gwendolen, I must say that I think there are lots of other much nicer names. I think Jack, for instance, a charming name.
Jack? No, there's very music in the name Jack. If any at all, indeed. It does not thrill. It produces absolutely no vibrations. I have known several Jacks, and they all, without exception, were more than usually plain. Besides, Jack is notorious domesticity for John, and I pity any woman married to a man called John. She would probably never be allowed to know the entrancing pleasure of a single moment's solitude. The only real safe name is Ernest.
Gwendolen, I must get christened. I mean, we must get married at once. There is no time to be lost.
Married, Mr. Worthing.
Well, surely. You know that I love you, and you led me to believe, Fairfax, that you were not absolutely indifferent to me.
I adore you, but you haven't proposed to me yet. Nothing has been said at all about marriage. The subject has not even been touched on.
Well, may I propose to you now?
I think it would be an admirable opportunity, and to spare you any possible disappointment, Mr. Worthing, I think it only tell you frankly beforehand that I am fully determined to accept you.
Gwendolen!
Yes, Mr. Worthing, what have you got to say to me?
You know what I have got to say to you.
Yes, but you don't say it.
Gwendolen, will you marry me? Goes on his knees.
Of course I will, darling. How long have you been about it? I'm afraid you've had very little experience of how to propose.
My own one. I have never loved anyone in the world but you.
Yes, but men often propose for practice. I know my brother Gerald does. All my girlfriends tell me so. What wonderful blue eyes you have, Mr. Ernest. They are quite blue. I hope you will always look at me just like that, especially when there are other people present.
Enter Lady Bracknell. Mr. Worthing, rise, sir, from the semi-recumbent posture. It is most indecorous.
Mama.
He tries to rise.
She restrains him. I must beg you to retire. This is no place for you. Besides, Mr. Worthing has not quite finished yet.
Finished? What may I ask?
I'm engaged to Mr. Worthing, Mama. They rise together.
Pardon me. You are not engaged to anyone. When you do become engaged to someone, I or your father, should his permit him, will inform you of that fact. An engagement should come on a young girl's surprise, pleasant or unpleasant, as the case may be. It is hardly a matter that she should be allowed to arrange for herself. Now, I have a few questions to put to you, Mr. Worthing. While I am making these inquiries, Gwendolen. Will wait for me below in the carriage.
Mama!
In the carriage, Gwendolen.
Gwendolen goes to the door. She, blow kisses to each other behind Lady Bracknell's back.
Lady Bracknell looks vaguely about as if she could not understand what the noise was. Finally turns around. Gwendolen, the carriage.
Yes, Mama. Goes out, looking back at Jack.
Sitting down. You can take a seat, Mr. Worthing. Looks in her pocket for notebook and pencil.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell, for standing.
Pencil and notebook in hand. I feel bound to tell you that you are not down on my list of eligible men. Although I have the same list as the dear Duchess of Bolton has. We work together, in fact. However, I am quite ready to enter your name. Should your answers be what a really affectionate mother requires. Do you smoke?
Well, yes. I must admit I smoke.
I am glad to hear it. A man should always have an occupation of some kind. There are far too many idle London as it is. How old are you?
29.
Very good age to be married at. I have always been of an opinion that a man who desires to get married should know either everything or nothing. Do you know?
After some hesitation. I know nothing, Lady Bracknell.
I am pleased to hear it. I do not approve of any tempers of natural ignorance. Ignorance is like a delicate exotic fruit. Touch it and the bloom is gone. The whole theory of modern education is radically sound. Fortunately in England, at any rate, education produces no effect whatsoever. If it did, it would prove a serious danger to the upper classes, and probably lead to acts of violence in a square. What is your income?
Between 7 and 8,000 a year.
Makes a note in her book. In land or in investment?
In investment, chiefly.
That is satisfactory. What between the duties expected of one during one's lifetime and the duties exacted from one after death, land has ceased to be either a profit or a pleasure. It gives one position and prevents one from keeping it up. That's all that can be said about land.
I have a country house and land attached to about 1,500 acres, I believe. But I don't depend on that real income. In fact, as far as I can make out, the poachers are the only who make anything of it.
A country house? How many bedrooms? Well, that point can be cleared up afterwards. You have a townhouse, I hope. A girl with a simple, unspoiled nature, like Gwendolen, could hardly be expected to reside in the country.
Well, I own a house in Belgrave Square, let by the year to Lady Bloxham. Of course, I can get back whatever I like at 6 months' notice.
Lady Bloxham? I don't know her.
Oh, she goes about very little. She's a lady considerably advanced in years.
Nowadays there is no guarantee of stability of character. What number in Belgrave Square?
149.
Shaking her head. The unfashionable side. I thought there was something. However, that could easily be altered.
Do you mean the fashion or the side?
Both, if necessary, I presume. What are your politics?
Well, I'm afraid I really have none. I'm a liberal unionist.
No, they count as Tories. They dine with us, or come in the evening, at any rate. Now to minor matters. Are your parents living?
I have lost both my parents.
To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness. Who was your father? He was evidently a man of some wealth. Was he born in what the radicals call a commerce, or did he rise from the ranks of the aristocracy?
I'm afraid I really don't know. The fact is, Lady Bracknell, I have lost my parents. It would be nearer the truth to say that my parents have lost me. I don't actually know who I am, Liber. I was found. The late Mr. Thomas Cardew, an old gentleman, very charitable, kindly disposed, found, gave me the name of Worthing, because he happened to have a first class ticket for Worthing in his pocket. Worthing is a place in Sussex. It is a seaside resort.
Where did the charitable gentleman who had a first class ticket for the seaside resort find you?
In a handbag.
A handbag?
Yes, Bracknell. I was in a handbag, somewhat long, black leather handbag with handles to it. An ordinary handbag, in fact.
In what locality did Mr. James or Thomas Cardew come across this ordinary handbag?
In the cloakroom at Victoria Station. Was given to him in mistake for his own.
The cloakroom at Victoria Station?
Yes, the bride's
The line is immaterial.
Mr. Worthing, I confess I feel somewhat bewildered by what you have told me. To be born, or at any rate bred in a handbag, whether it handles or not, seems to me to display contempt for the ordinary decencies of family life. It reminds one of the worst excesses of the French Revolution. And I presume you know what that unfortunate led to. As for the particular locality in which the handbag was found, a cloakroom at a railway station might serve to conceal a social indiscretion, has probably indeed been used for that purpose before now. But it could hardly be regarded as an assured basis for a recognized position in good society.
May I ask then what you would advise me to do? I need hardly say I would do anything in the world to ensure Gwendolen's happiness.
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try and acquire some relations as soon as possible, and to make a definite effort to produce at any rate one parent of either sex before the season is quite over.
I don't see how I can possibly manage to do that. I can produce the handbag at any moment. It's in my dressing room at home. I really think that should satisfy you, Lady Bracknell.
Me, sir? What is it to do with me? You can hardly imagine that I, Lord Bracknell, would dream of allowing our only daughter, a girl brought up with the most care, to marry into a cloakroom and form an alliance with a parcel? Good morning, Mr. Worthing. Lady Bracknell sweeps out majestic indignation.
Good morning.
Algernon, the other room, strikes up the wedding march.
Jack perfectly furious and goes to the door. For goodness sake, don't play that ghastly tune, Algie. How idiotic you are.
The music stops, and Algernon enters cheerily. Didn't it go off all right, old boy? You don't mean to say Gwendolen refused you. I know, it is a way she has. She's always refusing people. I think it is most ill-natured of her.
Gwendolen is right. As far as she's concerned, we are engaged. Her mother is perfectly unbearable. Never met such a gorgon. I don't know what a gorgon is like, but I am quite sure that Lady Bracknell is one. In any case, she's a monster. Without being a myth, which is rather unfair. I beg your pardon. I suppose I should talk about your own way before you.
My dear boy, I love hearing my relations abused. It is the only thing that makes me put up with them at all. Relations are simply a tedious pack of people who haven't got the remotest knowledge of how to live, or the smallest instinct about when to die.
That is nonsense. It isn't. Well, I won't argue about the matter. You always want to argue about things.
That is exactly what things were originally made for.
Upon my word, if I thought that, I'd shoot myself. A pause. You don't think that there's any chance of Gwendolen becoming like her mother in about 100 years, do you, Algie?
All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does. That's his.
That's clever.
It is perfectly phrased, and quite as true as any observation civilized life should be.
I'm sick to death of cleverness. Everybody's clever nowadays. Can't go anywhere without meeting clever people. The thing has become an absolute public nuisance. I wish to goodness we had a few fools left.
We have.
I should extremely like to meet them. What do they talk about?
The fools? No, but the clever people.
What fools?
By the way, did you tell Gwendolen the truth about your being earnest in town and Jack in the country?
My dear fellow, that isn't quite the sort of thing one tells to a nice, sweet, refined girl. What extraordinary ideas you have about the way to behave to a woman.
The only way to behave to a woman is to make love to her if she is pretty, and to someone else if she is plain.
That is nonsense.
What about your brother? What about the profligate Ernest?
Before the end of the week, I shall have rid of him. I'll say he died of Paris of apoplexy. Lots of people die of apoplexy quite suddenly, don't they?
Yes, but it's hereditary, dear fellow. It's a sort of thing that runs in families. You had much better say a severe chill.
You are sure a severe chill isn't hereditary, or anything of that kind.
Of course it isn't.
Very well. My poor brother Ernest carried off sudden Paris by a severe chill. That gets rid of him.
But I thought you said that Miss Cardew was too much interested in your brother Ernest. Won't she feel his loss a good deal?
Oh, that is all right. Cecily's not a silly romantic girl, I'm glad to say. She's got a capital appetite, goes long walks, pays no attention at all to her lessons.
I would rather like to see Cecily.
I will take very good care you never do. She's excessively pretty. She's only just 18.
Have you told Gwendolen yet that you have an excessively pretty ward who's only just 18?
One doesn't blurt these things out to people. Cecily and Gwendolen are perfectly certain to be extremely great friends. I'll bet you anything you like. Half an hour after they have met, they will be calling each other sister.
Women only do that when they have told each other a lot of other things first. Now, my dear boy, if we want to get a good table at Willis's, we really must go and dress. You know it is nearly 7.
Which is always nearly 7.
Well, I'm hungry.
I never knew when you weren't.
What shall we do after dinner? Go to a theatre?
No, listening.
Well, let us go to the club.
I hate talking.
Well, we might trot round to the Empire.
No, I can't bear looking at it. It's so silly.
Well, what shall we do?
Nothing.
It is awfully hard work doing nothing. However, I don't mind hard work when there is no definite object of any kind.
Enter Lane. Miss Fairfax.
Enter Gwendolen.
Lane goes out.
Gwendolen, on my word.
Algie, kindly turn your back. I have something very particular to say to Mr. Worthing.
Really, Gwendolen, I don't think I can allow this at all.
Algie, you always adopt a strictly immoral attitude towards life. You're not quite old enough to do that.
Algernon retires to the fireplace.
My own darling.
Ernest, we may never be married. From the expression on Mama's face, I fear we never shall. Few parents nowadays pay any attention to what their children say to them. The old-fashioned respect for the young is dying out. Whatever influence I ever had over my lost at the age of 3. But although she may prevent us from becoming man and wife, and I may marry someone else, and marry often, nothing that she can possibly do can alter my eternal devotion to you.
Dear Gwendolen.
The story of your romantic origin, as related to me by Mama, with unpleasing comments, has naturally stirred the deepest fibers of my nature. Your Christian name has an irresistible fascination. The simplicity of your character makes you exquisitely incomprehensible to me. Your town address, Albany, I have. What is your address in the country?
The Manor House, Bolton, Hertfordshire.
Algernon, who has been carefully listening, smiles to himself and writes the address on his shirt cuff. Then picks up the railway guide.
There's a good postal service, I suppose. It may be necessary to do something desperate. That, of course, will require serious consideration. I will communicate with you daily.
My own one.
How long do you remain in town?
Till Monday.
Good. Algie, you may turn around now.
Thanks, I turned around already.
You may also ring the bell.
You will let me see your carriage, darling.
Certainly.
To Lane, who now enters. I will see Miss Fairfax out.
Yes, sir.
Jack.
And Gwendolen.
Go on.
Lane presents several letters offered to Algernon.
It is to be surmised that they are bills, as Algernon, looking at the envelope, tears them up. A glass of sherry, Lane.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, Lane, I am going bunburying.
Yes, sir.
I shall probably back on Monday. You can put up my dress clothes, my smoking jacket, and all the Bunbury suits.
Yes, sir. Handing sherry.
I hope tomorrow will be a fine day, Lane.
It never is, sir.
Lane, you're a perfect pessimist.
I do my best to give satisfaction, sir.
Enter Jack.
Lane goes off.
There's a sensible, intellectual girl. The only girl I ever cared for in my life.
Algernon is laughing while
What are you so amused at?
I'm a little anxious about Bunbury, that is all.
If you don't take care, your Bunbury will get you into a serious scrape someday.
I love scrapes. They are the only things that are never serious.
That's nonsense. You never talk anything but nonsense.
Nobody ever does.
Jack indignantly at him leaves the room.
Algernon lights a cigarette, reads his shirt cuff, and smiles. Act drop.
End of Act 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde.
Second act. Scene. Garden Manor House. Light. Gray steps leads up to the house. Garden old-fashioned, full of roses. Time of year, July. Basket chairs, table covered with books. Now set under our yew tree.
Miss Prism discovered seated at the table. Cecily is at the back watering flowers. Cecily. Surely such a utilitarian occupation as watering the flowers is rather more to study than yours, especially at a moment when intellectual pleasures await you. Your German is on the table. Pray open it at page 15. We will repeat yesterday's lesson.
Coming over very slowly. But I don't like German.
It isn't at all a becoming language, and I know perfectly well that I'm quite plain my German lesson. Child, you know how anxious your guardian is that you should improve yourself in every way. He laid particular stress on your German as he was leaving for town yesterday. Indeed, he always lays stress on your German when he's leaving for town.
Oh, dear Uncle Jack is so very serious. And sometimes so serious that I cannot quite well.
Your guardian enjoys the best of health, and his gravity in it is especially commended in one so comparatively young as he is. I know no one who has a higher sense of duty and responsibility.
I suppose that's why I often look a little bored when we are together.
Cecily, I am surprised at you. Mr. Worthing has many troubles in his life. Idle merriment and triviality would be out of place in his conversation. You must remember his constant anxiety about that unfortunate young man, his brother.
I wish Uncle Jack would allow that unfortunate young man and his brother to come down here sometimes. We might have a good influence over him, Prism. I am sure you certainly would. You know German and geology and things of that kind influence a man very much. Cecily begins to write in her diary, shaking her head.
I do not think that even I could produce any effect on a character that, according to his brother's admission, is irretrievably weak and vacillating. Indeed, I am not sure that I desire to reclaim him. I am not in favour of this modern mania for turning bad people into good people at a moment's notice. As a man sows, so let him reap. You must put your diary away, Cecily. I really don't see why you should diary at all.
Oh, I keep a diary in order to enter the wonderful secrets of my life. If I didn't write them down, I should probably forget all about them.
Memory, my dear Cecily, is the diary that we all carry about with us.
Yes, but it usually chronicles the things that never happened and couldn't possibly have happened. I believe that memory is responsible for nearly all the three-volume novels that Moody sent us.
Do not speak slightly of the three-volume novels, Cecily. I wrote one myself in earlier days.
Did you really, Miss Prism? Oh, how wonderfully clever you are. I hope it did not end happily. I don't like novels that end happily. It depressed me so much.
The good ended happily, and the bad unhappily. That is what fiction means.
I suppose so, but it seems very unfair. And was your novel ever published?
Alas, no. The manuscript unfortunately was abandoned.
Cecily starts.
I use the word in the sense of law mislaid. To your work, child, speculations are profitless.
But I see Dr. Chasuble coming up through the garden, rising and advancing.
Dr. Chasuble, this is indeed a pleasure.
Enter Canon Chasuble. And how are we this morning? Miss Prism, you are, I trust well.
Miss Prism has just complaining of a slight headache. I think it would do her so much good to have a short stroll with you in the park, Dr. Chasuble.
Cecily, I have not mentioned about a headache.
Oh, no, dear Miss Prism, I know that, but I felt instinctively that she had a headache. Indeed, I was thinking about that, not about my German lesson, when the rector came in.
I hope, Cecily, that you are not inattentive.
Oh, I am afraid I am.
That is strange. Were I fortunate enough to be Miss Prism's pupil, I would hang upon her lips.
Miss Prism glares.
I spoke metaphorically. My metaphor was drawn from bees. Ahem. Mr. Worthing, I suppose, has not returned from town yet.
Did you not expect him till Monday afternoon?
Ah, yes. He usually likes to spend his Sunday in London. He is not one of those sole enjoyment, as by all accounts, that unfortunate young man's brother seems to be. But I must not disturb Egeria any longer.
Egeria? My name is Letitia, Doctor.
Bowing. A classical allusion merely, drawn from pagan authors. I shall see you both, no doubt, at evensong.
I think, dear Doctor, I will have a stroll with you. I find I have a headache after all, and a walk might do it good.
With pleasure, Miss Prism, with pleasure. We might go as far as the schools and back.
That would be delightful. Cecily, you will read your political economy in my absence. The chapter on the fall of the rupee you may omit. It is somewhat too sensational, even though some problems have their melodramatic side. Goes down to the garden with Dr. Chasuble.
Picks up books and throws them back on table. Horrid political economy. Horrid geography. Horrid German.
Enter Merriman with a card on the salver. Mr. Ernest Worthing has just driven over from the station. He has brought his luggage with him.
Takes the card and reads it. Mr. Ernest Worthing, B4, the Albany W.
Uncle Jack's brother.
Did you tell him Mr. Worthing was in town?
Yes, miss. He seemed very much disappointed. I mentioned you and Miss Prism were in the garden. He said he was anxious to speak privately for a moment.
Well, ask Mr. Ernest Worthing to come here. I suppose you had better talk to the housekeeper about a room for him.
Yes, miss. Merriman goes off.
I've never met anyone really wicked before. I feel rather frightened. Oh, I'm so afraid he will look just like everyone else.
Enter Algernon, very gay and debonair.
He does.
Raising his hat. You are my little cousin Cecily, I'm sure.
You are under some strange mistake. I'm not little. In fact, I believe I am more usually tall for my age.
Algernon is rather taken aback.
But I am your cousin Cecily. You, I see from your card, Uncle Jack's brother. My cousin Ernest. My wicked cousin Ernest.
Oh, I am not wicked at all, cousin Cecily. You mustn't think that I am wicked.
Oh, if you are not, then you have certainly been deceiving us all in a very inexcusable manner. I hope not been leading a double life, pretending wicked and being really good all the time. Well, that would be hypocrisy.
Looks at her in amazement. Oh, of course I have been rather reckless.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
In fact, now that you mention the subject, I have been very bad in my own small way.
I don't think you should be proud of that. Though I am sure it must have been very pleasant.
It is much pleasant being here with you.
I can't understand here at all. Uncle Jack will be back till Monday afternoon.
That is a great disappointment. I am obliged to go up by the train on Monday morning. I have a business appointment that I am anxious to miss.
Oh, couldn't you miss it anywhere in London?
No, the appointment is in London.
Well, I know, of course, how important it is not to keep a business engagement. If one wants to retain any sense of beauty of life, but still, I think that you had better wait until Uncle Jack arrives. I know he wants to speak to you about your emigrating.
About my what?
Your emigrating. He has gone up to buy your outfit.
I certainly wouldn't Jack buy my outfit. He has no taste in neckties at all.
Well, I don't think he will require neckties. Uncle Jack is sending you to
Australia? I'd sooner die.
Well, he said at dinner on Wednesday night that you would have to choose this world, the next world, and Australia.
Oh, well. The accounts I have received of Australia and the next world are not particularly encouraging. This world is good enough for me, cousin Cecily.
Yes, but are you good enough for it?
I'm afraid I'm not that. That is why I want you to inform me. You might make it your mission if you don't mind, cousin Cecily.
I'm afraid I've no time this afternoon.
Well, would you mind referring myself this afternoon?
Well, it is rather quixotic of you, but I think you should try.
I will. I feel better already.
You were looking a little worse.
That is because I'm hungry.
How thoughtless of me. Oh, I should have remembered that when one is going to lead an entirely new life requires regular and wholesome meals. Won't you come in?
Thank you. Might I have a buttonhole first? I never have any appetite unless I have a buttonhole first.
A Marshall Neal picks up scissors.
No, I'd sooner have a pink rose.
Why? Cuts a flower.
Because you are like a pink rose, Cecily.
I don't think it can be right to talk to me like that. Miss Prism never says such things to me.
Then Miss Prism is a short-sighted old lady.
Cecily puts the rose in his buttonhole.
You are the prettiest girl I ever saw.
Miss Prism says that all good looks are a snare.
They are a snare that every sensible man would like to be caught in.
No, I don't think I would catch a sensible man. I should know what to talk to him about. They pass into the house. Miss Prism
and Dr. Chasuble
return. You are too much alone, dear Dr. Chasuble. You should get married. A misanthrope. I can understand a woman never.
With a scholar's shudder. Believe me, I do not deserve neologistic a phrase. The precept as well as the practice of the primitive church was distinctly against matrimony.
That is obviously the reason why the primitive church has not lasted up to the present day. And you do not seem to realize, dear Doctor, that by persistently remaining single, a man converts himself into a permanent public temptation. Men should be more careful. This very celibacy leads weaker vessels astray.
Is a man not equally attractive when married?
No married man ever attracts except to his wife.
And often I've been told not even to her.
That depends on the intellectual sympathies of the woman. Maturity can always be depended on. Ripeness can be trusted. Young women are green.
Dr. Chasuble starts.
I spoke culturally. My metaphor was drawn from fruits. But where is Cecily?
Perhaps she followed us to the schools.
Enter Jack, slowly back of the garden, dressed deepest morning with crepe hat and black gloves.
Mr. Worthing!
Mr. Worthing?
This is indeed a surprise. We did not look for you till Monday afternoon.
Shakes person's hand in a tragic manner. I have returned sooner than I expected. Dr. Chasuble, I hope you are well.
Dear Mr. Worthing, I trust this garb of woe does not betoken some terrible calamity.
My brother.
More shameful and extravagance.
Still leading his life of pleasure.
Shaking his head. Dead.
Your brother Ernest dead.
Quite dead.
What a lesson for him. I trust you will profit by it.
Mr. Worthing, I offer you my sincere condolences. You have at least the consolation knowing you were always so generous giving of brothers.
Poor Ernest. He had many faults, but it is a sad blow.
Very sad indeed. Were you with him at the end?
No. He died abroad in Paris. In fact, I had a telegram last night from the Grand Hotel.
Was the cause of death mentioned?
A severe chill, it seems.
As a man sows, so shall he reap.
Raising his hand. Charity, dear Miss Charity. None of us are perfect. I myself am particularly susceptible to drafts. Will the interment take place here?
No. He seems to have expressed desire to be buried in Paris.
Paris? Shakes his head. I fear that hardly points to any very serious mind at the last. You would no doubt wish me to make some slight allusion to tragic domestic fiction next Sunday.
Jack presses his hand impulsively.
My sermon on the meaning of the man in the wilderness can be adapted to almost any occasion, joyful or, as in the present case, distressing. I have preached it at harvest celebrations, christening, confirmations, on days of humiliation, festal days. The last time I delivered it was in the cathedral as a charity on behalf of the Society for the Prevention of Discontent among the upper orders. The bishop who was present, was much struck by some of the analogies I drew.
That reminds me. You mentioned christening, I think, Dr. Chasuble. I suppose you know how to christen, all right?
Dr. Chasuble astounded.
I mean, of course, you are continually christening, aren't you?
It is, I regret to say, one of the rector's most duties in this parish. I've often spoken to the poor classes on the subject, but they don't seem to know what drift is.
But is there any particular in whom you're interested, Mr. Worthing? Your brother was, I believe, married, was he not?
Oh, yes.
People who live entirely for pleasure usually are.
But it is not for any child, dear doctor. I am very fond of children. No, the fact is, I would like to be christened myself this afternoon. You have nothing better to do.
But surely, Mr. Worthing, you have been christened already.
I don't remember anything about it.
But you have any doubts on the subject?
I certainly intend to have. Of course, I don't know if the thing would bother you in any way, or if you think I am a little too old now.
Not at all. The sprinkling and indeed the immersion of adults is a perfectly canonical practice.
Immersion?
You need have no apprehension. Sprinkling is all necessary, or indeed advisable. Our weather is so changeable. At what hour would you wish the ceremony performed?
I talked round about 5 if that would suit you.
Perfectly. In fact, I have similar ceremonies to perform at that time. A case of twins occurred recently in one of the outlying cottages on your own estate. Poor Jenkins the carter, a most hard-working man.
I didn't see much fun in being christened along with the other babies. It would be childish. Would half 5 do?
Admirably. Takes out watch. And now, dear Mr. Worthing, I will not intrude any longer to a house sorrow. I would merely beg you not to be too much bowed down by grief. What seem to us trials are often blessings in disguise.
This seems to me a blessing of an extremely obvious kind. Enter Cecily from the house.
Uncle Jack! Oh, I'm pleased to see you back.
But what horrid clothes you've got on.
Oh, do go and change.
Cecily!
Child.
Cecily goes towards Jack.
He kisses her brow in a melancholy manner.
What is the matter, Uncle Jack? Do look happy. Oh, you look as if you had a toothache. And well, I've got such a surprise for you. Who do you think is in the dining room? Your brother.
Who?
Your brother, Ernest. He arrived about half an hour ago.
Nonsense. I haven't brought a brother.
Don't say that. However badly he may have behaved to you in the past, he is still your brother. And you couldn't be so heartless as to disown him. I'll tell him to come out. And you will shake hands with him, won't you, Uncle Jack? Runs back into the house.
These are very joyful tidings.
After we'd all been resigned to his loss, his sudden return seems to me peculiarly distressing.
My brother is in the dining room. I don't know what it all means. I think it's perfectly absurd.
Enter Algernon.
And Cecily, hand in hand, they come slowly up to Jack.
Good heavens! Motions Algernon away.
Brother John, I have come down to tell you that I am very sorry for all the trouble I have given you, and that I intend to lead a better life in the future.
Jack glares at him and does not take his hand.
Uncle Jack, you are not going to refuse your own brother's hand.
Nothing will induce me to take his hand. I think it's coming down here disgrace. He knows perfectly well why.
Uncle Jack, be nice. There is some good in everyone. Ernest has just been telling me about his poor invalid friend, Mr. Bunbury, whom he goes to visit so often. And surely there must be so much good in one who is so kind to an invalid, leaves the pleasures of London, sit by a bed of pain.
Oh, he has been talking about Bunbury, has he?
Oh, yes, he has told me all about poor Mr. Bunbury and his terrible state of health.
Bunbury? Well, I won't have to talk to you about Bunbury or about anything else. It is enough to drive one perfectly frantic.
Of course, I admit that the faults were all on my side. But I must say that I think Brother John's coldness to me is peculiarly painful. I expected a more enthusiastic welcome, especially considering it is the first time I've come here.
Uncle Jack, if you do not shake hands with Ernest, I will never forgive you.
Never forgive me.
Never.
Well, this is the last time I shall ever do it. Shakes with Algernon and glares.
It's pleasant not to see so perfect a reconciliation. I think we might the two brothers alone.
Cecily, you will come with us.
Certainly, Miss Prism. My little task of reconciliation is over.
You have done a beautiful action today, dear child.
We must not be premature in our judgments.
I feel very happy.
They all go except
Jack
and Algernon.
You young scoundrel! You must get out of this place as possible. I don't allow any burying here.
Enter Merriman. I have put Mr. Ernest's things in the room next to yours, sir. I suppose that's all right.
What?
Mr. Ernest's luggage, sir. I have unpacked it in the room next to your own.
His luggage?
Yes, sir. 3 portmanteaus, a dressing case, 2 hat boxes, and a large luncheon basket.
I'm afraid I can't stay for more than a week this time.
Merriman, order the door to once. Mr. Ernest has been called back to town.
Yes, sir. Goes back into the house.
What a fearful liar you are, Jack. I have not been back to town at all.
Yes, you have.
I haven't heard anyone call me.
Your duty as a gentleman calls you back.
My duty as a gentleman has never interfered with my pleasures in the smallest degree.
I can't understand that.
Well, Cecily is a darling.
You are not to talk to Miss Cardew like that. I don't like it.
Well, I don't like your clothes. You look perfectly ridiculous in them. Why on earth don't you go up and change? It is perfectly childish to be in deep mourning for a man who's actually staying for a whole week with you in your own house as a guest. I call it grotesque.
You are certainly not staying with me for a whole week as a guest or anything else. You have got to leave. By the 4-5 train.
I certainly won't leave so long as you are in mourning. It would be most unfriendly. If I were in mourning, you would stay with me, I suppose. I should think it very unkind if you did.
Well, will you go if I change my clothes?
Yes, if you're not too long. I never saw anybody take so long to dress, and with such little results.
Well, at any rate, that is better than being always overdressed as you are.
If I am occasionally a little overdressed, I make up for it by being always over-educated.
Your vanity is ridiculous. Your conduct in outrage, your presence, my God, utterly absurd. However, you've got to catch the 4-5, and I hope you will have a pleasant journey back to town. This Bunbury has been a great success for you. goes into the house.
I think it's been a great success. I'm in love with Cecily, and that is everything.
Enter Cecily at the back of the garden. She picks up the can and begins to water the flowers.
But I must see her before I go and make arrangements for another Bunbury. There she is.
Oh, I merely came back to water the roses. I thought you were with Uncle Jack.
He's gone to order the dock for me.
Oh, is he going to take you for a nice drive?
He's going to send me away.
Then have we got to part?
I'm afraid so. It is a very painful parting.
It is always painful to part from people whom one is only known for a very brief space of time. The absence of old friends one can endure with equanimity. But even a momentary separation from anyone to whom one has just been introduced is almost unbearable.
Thank you.
Enter Merriman. The dog is at the door, sir.
Algernon looks appealingly at Cecily.
It can wait, Merriman, for 5 minutes.
Yes, miss. Exit Merriman.
I hope, Cecily, I shall not offend you if I state frankly and openly that you seem to me to be in every way the visible personification of absolute perfection.
I think your frankness does you great credit, Ernest. If you will allow me, I will copy your remarks into my diary. Goes over to table and writing a diary.
Do you really keep a diary? I'd give anything to look at. May I?
Oh, no. Puts her hand over it. You see, it is simply a very young girl's record of her own thoughts and impressions, consequently meant for publication. When it appears in volume form, I hope you will order a copy. But pray, Ernest, don't stop. I delight in taking down dictation. I have reached absolute perfection. You can go on. I am quite ready for more.
Somewhat taken aback.
Don't cough, Ernest. When one is dictating, one should speak fluently and not cough. Besides, I don't know how to spell a cough. Writes as Algernon speaks.
Cecily, ever since I first looked upon your wonderful and incomparable beauty, I have dared to love you wildly, passionately, hopelessly.
I don't think that you should tell me that you love me wild, passionately, devotedly, hopelessly. Hopelessly doesn't seem to make much sense, does it?
Cecily.
Enter Merriman. The dog's waiting, sir.
Tell her to come back round next week at the same hour.
Looks at Cecily.
Who makes no sign.
Yes, sir. Merriman retired.
Uncle Jack would be very much annoyed if you were staying on until next week at the same hour.
No, I don't care about Jack. I don't care for anybody in the whole world but you. I love you, Cecily. You will marry me, won't you?
You silly boy. Of course. Why, we have been engaged for the last 3 months.
The last 3 months?
Yes, it will be exactly 3 months on Thursday.
How did you come engaged?
Well, ever since the Uncle Jack first confessed that he had a younger brother, very wicked and bad. You of course have formed the chief topic of conversation between myself and Miss Prism. And of course the man who is much talked about is always very attractive. One feels there must be something in him after all. I dare say it was foolish of me, but I fell in love with you, Ernest.
Darling. And when was the engagement actually settled?
On the 14th of February last. Worn out by your entire ignorance of my existence, I determined to end the matter one way or the other. And after a long struggle with myself, I accepted you under this dear old tree here. The next day, I bought this ring in your name, and this is a little bangle with the true lover's knot. I promised you always to wear.
Did I give you this? It's very pretty, isn't it?
Yes. Well, you've wonderful taste, Ernest. It's the excuse I've always given you for such a bad life. And this is the box in which I keep all your dear letters. Kneels at table, opens box, and produces letters tied up with one blue ribbon.
My letters? But my home sweet Cecily, I've never written you any letters.
You need hardly remind that, Ernest. I remember only too well that I was forced to write your letters for you. I wrote always 3 times a week, and sometimes oftener.
Oh, do let me read them, Cecily.
Couldn't it possibly? They would make you far too conceited. Replace this box. The 3 you wrote after I had broken off the engagement are so beautiful and so badly spelled that even now I can hardly read them without crying a little.
But was our engagement ever broken off?
Of course it was. On the 22nd of last March. You can see the entry if you like. Show's diary. Today I broke off my engagement with Ernest. I feel it is better to do so. The weather still continues charming.
But why on earth did you break it off? What had I done? I had done nothing at all. Cecily, I am very much hurt indeed to hear you broke it off. Particularly when the weather was charming.
Well, it would hardly have been a real serious engagement if it hadn't been broken off at least once. But I forgave you before it was out.
Crossing to her and kneeling. What a perfect angel you are, Cecily.
You dear romantic boy.
He kisses her.
She puts her fingers through his hair. I do hope your hair curls naturally. Does it?
Yes, darling. The little help from others.
I'm so glad.
You'll never break off our engagement again, Cecily.
Well, I don't think I could break it now that I've actually met you. Besides, of course, there is the question of your name.
Yes, of course.
You must not laugh at me, darling, but it had always been a girlish dream to love someone whose name was Ernest.
Algernon rises.
Cecily also. There is something in that name that seems to inspire absolute confidence. I pity any poor married woman's husband not Ernest.
But, my dear child, do you mean to say that you could not love me if I had some other name?
But what name?
Oh, any name you like. Algernon, for instance.
But I don't like the name of Algernon.
My dear, sweet, loving darling. I really can't see why you should object to the name of Algernon. It is not at all a bad name. In fact, it is rather an aristocratic name. Half of the chaps who get into the bankruptcy court are called Algernon. But seriously, Cecily, moving to her. If my name was Algie, couldn't you love me?
Rising. I might respect you, Ernest. I might admire your character, but I fear that I should not be able to give you my undivided attention.
Cecily, picking up hat. Your rector here is, I suppose, thoroughly experienced in the practice of all the rites, ceremonials of the church.
Oh, yes. Dr. Chasuble is the most learned man. He has never written a single book, so you can imagine how much he knows.
I must see him at once on the most important christening. I mean, on most important business.
Oh.
I shan't be away more than half an hour.
Considering that we have been engaged since February the 14th, and that I only met you today for the first time, I think it is rather hard that you should leave me for so long a period as half an hour. Couldn't you make it 20 minutes?
I'll be back in no time. Kisses her and rushes down the garden.
What a impetuous boy he is. I like his hair so much. I must enter his proposal into my diary.
Enter Merriman. Miss Fairfax has just called to see Mr. Worthing on very important business, Fairfax states.
Isn't Mr. Worthing in his library?
Mr. Worthing went over in the direction of the rectory some time ago.
Pray ask the lady to come out here. Mr. Worthing is sure to be back soon. And you can bring her tea.
Yes, miss. Goes out.
Miss Fairfax. I suppose one of the many good elderly women who are associated with Uncle Jack and some of this philanthropic work in London. I don't quite like women who are into philanthropic work. I think it is so forward of them.
Enter Merriman. Miss Fairfax.
Enter Gwendolen.
Exit Merriman.
Advancing to meet her. Pray, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew. Moving to her and shaking hands. What a very sweet name. Something tells me we are going to be great friends. I like you already more than I can say. My first impressions of people are never wrong.
How nice to like so much after we've known each other such a comparatively short time. Pray, sit down. Still standing up.
I may call you Cecily, may I not?
With pleasure.
And you will always call me Gwendolen, won't you?
If you wish.
Then that is all quite settled, is it not?
Oh, I hope so. A pause. Both sit down together.
Perhaps this might be a favorable opportunity for my mentioning who I am. My father is Lord Bracknell. You've never heard of Papa, I suppose.
I don't think so.
Outside the family circle, I'm glad to say, is entirely unknown. I think that is quite as it should be. The home seems to me the proper sphere for the man, and certainly once a man begins to neglect his domestic duties, he becomes painfully effeminate, does he not? And I don't like that. It makes men very attractive. Cecily, Mama, whose views on education are remarkably strict, has brought me up to be extremely short-sighted. It is part of her system, so do you mind my looking at you through my glasses?
Oh, not at all, Gwendolen. I'm very fond of being looked at.
After examining Cecily carefully through Orgnat. You're here on a short visit, I suppose.
No, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, is some female relative at best. Resides here also?
No, I have no mother, no in fact, any relations.
Indeed.
My dear guardian, the assistant Prism, has the arduous task of looking after me.
Your guardian?
Yes, I am Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh, it is strange. He never mentioned to me that he had a ward. How secretive of him. He grows more interesting hourly. I am not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings unmixed delight, rising and going to her. I am very fond of you, Cecily. I have liked you ever since I met you, but I am bound to state now that I know that you are Mr. Worthing's ward. I cannot help expressing a wish that you were, well, just a little older than you seem to be, and not quite very alluring in appearance. In fact, if I may speak candidly.
Oh, pray do. I think that whenever one has anything unpleasant to say, one should always be quite candid.
Well, to speak with perfect candor, Cecily, I wish that you were a 42 and were more than usually plain for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the very soul of truth and honor. Disloyalty is impossible to him as deception. But even men of the noblest possible character are extremely susceptible to the influence of the physical charms of others. Modern, no less than history, supplies us with many most painful examples of what I refer to. If it were not so, indeed, history would be quite unreadable.
I beg your pardon, Gwendolen. Did you say Ernest?
Yes.
Oh, but it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is my guardian. It is his brother, his elder brother.
Sitting down again. Ernest never mentioned that he had a brother.
Well, I'm sorry to say that they have been on good terms for a long time.
That accounts for it. And now that I think of it, I never heard any man mention his brother. The subject seems distasteful to most men. Cecily, you have lifted a load from my mind. I was growing most anxious. It would have been terrible if any cloud had come across a friendship like ours, would it not? Of course, you're quite sure that it is not Ernest Worthing who is your guardian?
Quite sure. A pause. In fact, I'm going to be his.
I beg your pardon?
Dearest Gwendolen, there is no reason why I should make a secret of it to you. Our little county newspaper is sure to chronicle the fact next week. Mr. Ernest Worthing and I are engaged to be married.
Rising. My darling Cecily, I think there must be some slight error. Mr. Ernest Worthing is engaged to me. The announcement will appear in the morning post on Saturday at the latest.
Rising. I am afraid you must be under some misconception. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago. Shows diary.
Examine his diary carefully. It's certainly very curious, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you would care to verify the incident, pray do so. Produces diary of her own. I never travel with my diary. One should always have something sensational on the train. I'm so sorry, Cecily, if it is any disappointment to you. But I'm afraid I have the prior claim.
It would distress me more than I can tell you, dear Gwendolen, if it caused you any mental or physical anguish. But I feel bound to point out that Ernest proposed to you. He clearly has changed his mind.
If the poor fellow has been entrapped into foolish promise, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him at once with a firm hand.
Whatever unfortunate entanglement my dear boy may have got into, I will never reproach him with it after we are married.
Do you allude to me, Miss Cardew, as an entanglement? You're presumptuous. On an occasion of this kind, it becomes more than a moral duty to speak one's mind. It becomes leisure.
Do you suggest, Fairfax, that I entrap Ernest into an engagement? How dare you! Oh, there is no time for wearing the shallow mask of manners. When I see a spade, call it spade.
I'm glad to say that I've never seen a spade. It is obvious that our social spheres have been widely different.
Enter Merriman, followed by the footman. He carries a salver, tablecloth, and plate stand.
Cecily is about to retort.
The presence of the servant exercises a restraining influence under which both girls change. Shall I lay here as usual, miss?
Yes, as usual.
Merriman begins to clear table and lay cloth.
A long pause. Cecily
and Gwendolen
glare at each other.
Are there many interesting walks in the vicinity, Miss Cardew?
Oh, yes. A great many. From the top of one of the hills, quite close, one can see 5 counties.
5 counties? I don't think I should like that. I hate crowds.
Oh, I suppose that is why you live in town.
Gwendolen bites her lip and beats her foot nervously with her parasol. looking round. A quite well-kept garden, Mrs. Cardew.
So glad you like it, Miss Fairfax.
I had no idea there were so flowers in the country.
Oh, flowers are as common here, Miss Fairfax, as people are in London.
Personally, I cannot understand how any manages to exist in the country. If anyone who is anybody does, the country always bores me to death.
This is what the newspapers call agricultural depression, is it not? I believe the aristocracy are suffering very much from it just at present. It is almost an epidemic amongst them. Well, I have been told. May I offer you tea, Miss Fairfax?
Thank you. Aside. Detestable, but I require tea.
Sugar?
No, thank you. Sugar is not fashionable anymore.
Cecily looks angry at her, takes up the tongs and puts 4 lumps of sugar into the cup. Cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely seen at the best houses nowadays.
Cuts a very large cake and puts it on the tray. Hand that to Fairfax.
Merriman does so, and goes out with the footman.
Gwendolen drinks the tea and makes a grimace. Puts down cup at once, reaches out her hand to the bread and butter, looks at it and finds it is cake. Rises in indignation. You have filled my tea with lumps of sugar, and though I asked most simply for bread and butter, you have given me cake. I am known for the gentleness of my disposition and the extraordinary sweetness of my nature, but I warn you, Miss Cardew, you may go too far.
Rising. To save my poor innocent boy from the machinations of any other girl, there are no lengths to which I would not go.
From the moment I saw you, I distrusted you. I felt that you were false and deceitful. I never deceived in such matters. My first impressions of people are invariably right.
It seems to me, Miss Fairfax, that I am trespassing on your valuable time. No doubt you have many other calls of a similar character to make in the neighborhood.
Enter Jack.
Catching sight of him. Ernest, my own Ernest.
Gwendolen, darling. Kiss her.
Draws back. A moment. May I ask if you are engaged to marry this young lady? Points to Cecily.
To dear little Cecily, of course not. Put such an idea into your pretty little head.
Thank you. You may. Offers her cheek.
I knew there must be some misunderstanding, Miss Fairfax. The gentleman whose arm is at present round your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Worthing.
I beg your pardon.
This is Uncle Jack.
Receding. Jack! Oh!
Enter Algernon.
Here, Ernest.
Go straight over to Cecily without noticing anyone else. My own love offers to kiss her.
Drawing back. A moment, Ernest. May I ask you, are you engaged to be married to this young lady?
Looking round. To what young lady? Good heavens, Gwendolen!
Yes, to good heavens, Gwendolen. I mean, Gwendolen.
Of course not. What could have such an idea into your pretty little head?
Oh, thank you. Presenting her cheek to be kissed. You may.
Algernon kisses her.
I felt there was some slight error, Miss Cardew. The gentleman who is now embracing you is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrieff.
Breaking away from Algernon. Algernon Moncrieff! Oh! The two girls towards each other,
put their arms around each other's waists for protection.
Are you called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Oh!
Is your name really John?
I could deny if I like, deny anything if I like, but my name certainly is John. It's been John for years.
A gross deception has been practiced on both of us.
My poor wounded Cecily.
My sweet Gwendolen.
You will call me sister, will you not?
Embrace.
Jack.
And Algernon groaned down.
There is just one question I would like to be allowed to ask my guardian.
An admirable idea. Mr. Worthing, there's just one question I would like to put to you. Where is your brother Ernest? We are both engaged to be married to your brother, so it is a matter of some importance to us to know where your brother Ernest is at present.
Gwendolen, Cecily, it is very painful for me to be forced to speak the truth. It is the first time in my life that I have ever been reduced to such a painful position. I am really quite inexperienced doing anything of the kind. However, I will tell you quite frankly that I have no brother Ernest. I have no brother at all. I never had a brother in my life, and I certainly have not the smallest intention of ever having one in the future.
No brother at all?
None.
Had you never a brother of any kind?
Never, not even of any kind.
I'm afraid it is quite clear, Cecily, that neither of us is engaged to be married to anyone.
It is not a very pleasant position for a young girl suddenly to find herself in, is it?
Let us go into the house. They will hardly venture to come after us there.
No, men are so cowardly, aren't they?
They retire out of the house scornful looks.
This ghastly state of things is what you call bunbury, suppose.
Yes, and a perfectly wonderful bunbury it is. The most wonderful bunbury I ever had in my life.
No right whatsoever to bunbury here.
That is absurd. One has a right to bunbury anywhere one chooses. Every serious bunbury knows that.
Serious bunburies.